Hey, it's MK, and I am here with another Kit Conspiracy layout using week one's kit that we put together based off of Cocoa Vanilla Boy Collection. So I do have all of these photos. This is us walking over and up into, we're actually walking up towards a cave. It's not the hidden caves, but it's another cave that was used as the water was recessed. So what I have here is I have a bunch of cut aparts that came from the cut apart sheet that I cut up for my first layout. I planned on using all of them because because I was so excited that I finally got to use all of these 3x4 cards, and I really wanted to share that. Plus, I had randomly cut out this sunshine paper, which I think is called Horizon, you guys. And I know that it's called Horizon. I just keep forgetting to bring that into play. But it was cut perfectly into a banner, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to look so cool if I had it like a banner across the page, or like a dovetailed pattern. Anyways, I also have a couple more things from the cut apart sheet, as well as a couple things from the die cut packs. I'm thinking about using this tree border, but I don't think it's gonna make it. I'm holding it upside down. Yep, there we go. And then I've got some wood veneer pieces as well I'm gonna add. And then my favorite, I'm gonna bring in this plaid paper one more time. I just love this plaid, you guys. I can't tell you how much I love this plaid. It has stars on the other side, but I'm going to go for the plaid every time. Wow. Anyways, and then I'm going to try to use this wood grain one more time. I brought it in last time, and look, it's still a full sheet. Clearly, I did not use it up like I thought I was going to. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into this one. It is from No Limits and called Big Bang because of the star on the other side. And then this one is called One Way. I intended to only use the chevron. It's from Legendary. I was going to use just the orange piece and the chevron, but when I flipped it over, I thought, well, this might work too. Because we're walking on a path and we're heading up into the caves, or one of the caves. And so I'm just looking at my papers really quickly to see if the arrows will work as well. And then I went into my stash because I needed to map my photos. You guys, I've tried to not map my photos. I can't do it. I really cannot do it. So I pulled out this green cardstock. It's double-sided. It is double-sided, but it's just a lighter version of what the paper is supposed to be. And it is from Close to My Heart. And so I'm going to go ahead and just use it to map my photos. And then I'm going to create a double page layout today. So this one here is basically, it doesn't talk about the path we are walking. It is actually talking about when we get to the end of the path. And to the end of the path, we're actually on a ridge, and it's right before we reach the caves. And it is asking us to look at the valley that we just walked out of. It is quite an incline, but not so much that you feel it. Like, we're not going straight up. We're walking and along a bunch of windy little paths. And one of the things that this plaque talks about is the natural staircases that we are walking up. And those are rocks that have been smoothed down by the decline of the water over 10,000 years. So the waterbed started way up where we're headed, and then over the years, as it decreased because of the heat and the lack of rain, every now and then nothing fills its cup, right? Or nothing fills the water. And so what it does is it starts to create a new bed for the lake, like a new lake bed, a new shore, or a new edge of the water, and it will smooth out all of these lakes, and then you can see the decline in the lake over the years. And like I said, it's over 10,000 years is how they have dated when this used to be nothing but water. And so that is what this plaque at the very top, number 7, tells you. Now, the plaques are out of order. They are out of number because of the fact that when we reach a certain point, we can either go this way in our path, or we can go that way. And not that you guys can see me move my hands and share which way this way and that way is, but I did do the motion so that way I knew which way we could go. It's basically to the left or to the right, and your tour guide leaves it up to you. Which direction do we want to take? And we can continue following the numbers going this way, or we can go up a little bit of a harder path and see another set of caves. And if we take the easy way is going to take us straight to the hidden caves, and there's hardly any that's not a real sentence, but there isn't hardly an incline to go to get to the caves. And it takes a lot longer if we go, to the right and up towards another set of caves. You have to do the climb up, and then you do the climb back down, and you actually come through to the backside of the hidden caves. And then you get to see, but we skip a bunch of numbers. Like 4 and 5 don't exist. We get to skip those numbers. And not see those plaques and hear about those little details in the path, right? And we were okay with that because my kids are like, yeah, let's go. But we had a family with young little ones. We had a couple older people, and so it was basically up to the entire group. The entire group wanted to do the extra climb. So we ended up taking this extra climb and going up to what is called Fossil Cave. And it is a really super cool cave. It has another name too, but it is known as Fossil Cave because of what is inside it. And clearly I gave it away. There are lots of fossils. So I will be talking about Fossil Cave. Some of the pictures I did end up making a separate layout that I did not record because it was quite boring. But yes, I will talk about that when I get to that. But I jumped ahead to this layout here, just because of the fact that I was super stoked with being able to use all these cut-aparts, because I do know, for me, having all these cut-aparts are usually the last thing that I end up having. Like, they're hard for me to use because you think about pocket cards, you think about, filling, using them as fill spots. They're great for journaling spots, but some of them aren't because they're full of all these images and decorations on them. And so it's like, where do you find, where do you put these in your layout? And I thought this is perfect because we're going up and we're getting ready to be at the top of the valley. I don't remember the elevation, to be honest. I don't think that my little plaque says at the elevation. No, it does not. But it does tell you. I think that does, actually. We're at 4,000 feet. Not that we started at sea level. We did not, you guys. But I think that that's what that means. I'm not really sure. I can't be sure of where the elevation is exactly. But I do know that I thought it was pretty cool since we are going up and going to the top of the peak of our hike, and then we climb back down. I thought it was kind of cool to have all my pictures up at the top, and then, what would I fill the bottom of my page with? And then, like I said, this sun paper, I keep calling it sunshine paper. It's Horizon, the paper Horizon, the yellow sun paper. Was perfect because it was already almost cut at 4 inches wide. And then because of the chevrons I made yesterday, I already had a little banner piece. And I thought, wow, this is kind of cool or a fishtail piece, I should say. But it was kind of cool because I already had all the pieces, and it made the perfect little strip of paper using the rest of my banners. Not that I have a lot of journaling to write about this. It is actually pretty cool. I've never known how natural staircases were made until our tour guide explained it to us. So that was very cool to me because I see natural staircases all the time. And so maybe they're not all made like that, but these ones are, and probably most of Nevada's are. I don't know the answer to that, but it was very interesting to me. I would have never known that. This is why we are always exploring, right? So yeah, but anyways, I think that it's going to be kind of cool. I do have a lot of spots to put some journaling in. I've got an entire card that's numbered 1 through 5. I have a away we go, and then it's got lots of different little star points to put on there. And I thought, oh, I could date, I could put here that we walked through sand, we saw algae, with a symbiotic relationship to fungi. I mean, I just thought that I could write down all the little tips and things using this layout for that, instead of all the other different layouts and whatnot. And then, of course, I've got these 2 little geotagged journaling spots where I could say we started here and ended up here and write down the elevation once I actually look that up. And whatnot. So I really did like all of this spots, and I came up with tons of ideas of how to fill in the writing for these little spots. So it made my heart happy. All right, you guys. So I am going to finish this layout off with a couple tiny word stickers. I'm looking for stickers about staying on a path and being, more like hiking and whatnot. So this one here says take a hike. I think another one is going to say something else. Now, I do have to tell you guys that there's a couple wood veneer pieces that I forgot to put on this layout. They will be in the final pictures, but they're not here in the close-ups. And also, too, inside this little gray frame, I put in it into the wild I go, and then because it matched my wood veneer piece, which there they are, magic, right? So I've got my mountain with arrows wood veneer on top of my geotag labels, and then of course the wander word that is also the arrow with my little footprints. I really thought that they went well with my cobblestone path and my little tabs that I used. And I put the enamel stars on top of my tabs just to brighten them up a little bit. And whatnot. So I really do like how they looked, even though I didn't add them to my layout. All right, you guys, same old spiel that I've been talking for the last 4 days now. I've got my links all down below for Facebook groups, as well as the Kit Conspiracy has its own Facebook group. Because if you go there, you'll see everybody sharing what they're doing with their layouts that aren't here on YouTube. And just awesome, you guys. Lots of pictures, lots of inspiration. And then, of course, as always, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, because she is my partner in this series, Kit Conspiracy. So anyways, thank you so much, and I'll check y'all later. Bye.